आपने शायद से मेरी वही वाली वो एक स्टोरी देखी होगी जिसमें वो एक 30 साल का मैरिड पर्सन who earns in crores, who's like a job in MNC and all that वो था. His wife is there, she loves her, she loves him, but intimacy नहीं थी. Is a full disaster and she is trying, he cannot perform. Or maybe he can, but he just doesn't know, he just doesn't wanna, yeah, to put it correctly. And just उसके ही साथ नहीं, या उसको उसको करना भी है, पर बस ऐसा है कि लाइक ही जस्ट डोंट वांट टू डू विथ हर. ओके, बिकॉज अगेन ही डज इट. या he used to, okay, 2 to 3 times a day, just like that Wolf of Wall Street's dialogue. I jerk off at least 2 to 3 times a day. Yeah, he was literally, he literally said me that dialogue, that I really like this dialogue of that Matthew McConaughey doing that, and whatever, man, whatever. She thinks it's her fault because of all his stupidity. And if you clicked on this video, I'm assuming that maybe something hit in you different after seeing that video of mine. Okay, and maybe you are in a relationship, maybe you have a girlfriend, maybe you have a wife, okay, or whatever it is. Please, if you have either of these two things, then only watch this video, else it's a waste of time for you. And you know the real reason, even if you never said it out loud, yeah, why are you watching this video? But it's okay. Alright, we're humans. We make mistakes and we can change. It's all the message I would love to spread over here. So let me tell you what is exactly happening in your brain if you're going through something similar. Okay, like there's no intimacy with my wife and I just don't wanna have intercourse with her. Yeah, and it has nothing to do with your wife or your attraction or your character or your willpower or your discipline, whatever. No, it's fully chemistry. Hear me out. So firstly, please understand one thing, that your brain doesn't, reward, it doesn't rewards the experiences in absolute terms. No, it never does. It experiences them in relative to the prediction. Let me explain. So what happens that if your brain is used to seeing 50 new faces, 50 new bodies, 50 new facial, the stuff and the other stuff which you guys are used to seeing, and then your wife or your girlfriend, who has one face, one body, one everything, when she comes to you, what are you choosing? You will say that I'm choosing my girlfriend. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Your brain at that time is hardwired for novelty. It just wants new things. It's kind of like how we scroll on Instagram and shorts, that we just want something new, something novelty, something new dopamine hit. You only yourself set your brain that way. You set the precedent that I'm loving these new faces, these new types of videos, and you are used to that kind of high. And your wife and your girlfriend, she's just one person. She's just, one personality, one body, one everything. So you'll get kind of bored. Yeah, and we are humans, we are just like that only. We get bored to see one thing only. Yeah, there's like a real reason why men who are in marriage for more than 10 to 15 or even 20 years, they turn out to cheat on younger girls, because yeah, they want new things, yeah. And you yourself, you're not even like searching out for someone to cheat on. No, you're artificially, you're like artificially, stimulating yourself. That is even worse, in fact, artificially. Because okay, a bizarre point, but like you're not even like doing it for real. Yeah, you're stimulating yourself with something fake. But okay, it happens. And इसका एक मतलब एक और एक है, that if you don't love her, इसका मतलब यही है that your brain has been recalibrated to expect something super stimulation. And as you know, real life में it's everything is real. There's real connection, real touch. There's one real person, but your brain is habituated for that fake things that you see on your phone through X Hamster, Pornhub, whatever your thing is. Okay, and she's like laying down there thinking that am I not enough? Of course she's gonna think that am I not enough, because you're not giving her time, you're not giving her the energy, you're not giving her all those passionate things that she deserves. Okay. But she's enough. That's all I have to say. She's enough. You yourself, miscalibrated your brain completely. There's a difference. Okay. And yeah, there's one more thing, the escalation that actually nobody talks about. And ये सिर्फ arousal का problem नहीं है. You may be thinking that I just don't get aroused enough around her. Completely relatable. Let me show you one more thing. That research shows that heavy users of they get 30 to 40% in D2 receptor availability. Okay. Firstly, what's D2 receptor? D2 receptors is nothing but like a type of dopamine receptors only. Okay. They make everything they are like the happiness drug. Yeah, happiness drug receptors in your brain. They make normal things better and good for you. They just make you feel good. And when you overstimulate them with porn, of course, which you do, they retreat. And 30 to 40% of active receptors means your real life is good. But above that, it's just bad. It's just bad. Really, really bad. And so the point I was trying to drive is that when these receptors go down, you need more and more stimulation just to feel normal. So this is why porn use escalates. Have you seen that? What worked at 18, it kinda doesn't work at 25. And then what works at 25 doesn't work at 30. And so on and so forth. Of course, you know, it's like you always need something new every day. The level of high you want, it always increases. As I even said it earlier, the dopamine baseline increases. It's similar concept only. So what worked years and years ago when you were 15, it kind of doesn't work now. And you start needing things that are just not even realistic. That is why, all the porn users kind of struggle with having sex in general too. Because they expect the unrealistic things from their wives and their girlfriends. They like, no, they would literally expect that that poor lady is gonna, I'm sorry to say, she will do all that stuff. I don't want to say it out loud, but yeah, there are people who literally say that bhai meri bandi, like my girlfriend, why doesn't she literally does that deep throat go. I'm like, no, she's not gonna do that. Please don't keep such unrealistic expectations at least. Yeah. But they're like, bhai, kya hi karu main? I'm like, bhai, you ruined it yourself. But again, yeah, the guy in my story, he was 17 years of this. 17 years say he was into all of this. Since 15 he started. By the time he was like 30, yeah, his brain was trained on all of this stuff. And this isn't about attraction. This is not even about love. This is just how the brain has been running till now. Okay, on supernormal stimuli. And now I have to break some belief that has been inside of you. Alright, few beliefs, 4 beliefs that I'm gonna break easily. So, first one, that I watch porn because I have very high sex drive. No, wrong. Porn does nothing but just, satisfies that sex drive. That's it. It's like, you are on a very highly filled car full of fuel. That car is your, and you are just driving it in the wrong direction. That's the problem. It's not like I have very high sex drive. Think sex drive as the fuel, and your car is this, but you are just driving it in the wrong direction. That's the exact problem. Second one, this is who I am, this is all I have always been. No. This is what your brain became after years and years worth of training your mind. You have just became very habituated to this whole, swiping up through different options, okay, for many years. It's not like it's really not like that. Okay, my identity has just became this. Like, okay, to an extent, yes. To an extent, yes. But can identities be reversible? Yes, 100%. It's fully reversible. I mean, there are people who have been addicted to smoking and drinking for 30-35 years. Do you think they did not got out of it? They did. Ask any of your relatives who are in their 50s and 60s, they got out of it easily. So can you. This is nothing but just an addiction only in the end. Just like how alcohol and drug addictions work. You just have to apply the proper systems to enforce those habits. Then only it's easily reversible. Then you can become the person you want to be. Third belief. And like this is the biggest one. My wife is the problem. We're not compatible. She's not attractive anymore. Oh, okay. That attraction, that her beauty part is different thing. But again, most people think that the spark is gone. Okay, the spark is gone. The spark is gone because you're not showing interest. Your interest has become into porn. Yeah, and how does that interest become in porn? Because the thing that gives you more dopamine, you will be easily attracted to. Yeah, and now here you have two options. One, your wife or your girlfriend that has just one single face, one body, and one single voice. Everything is the same. She will be like that for many years. In fact, forever. Then there's porn. I mean, of course, everything is new as per your liking. Now you can even have AI girlfriend and all that stuff. Even better for you. How do you think your brain is actually gonna be interested in your wife/girlfriend? Why? Because it's getting a better source, right? I mean, even I wouldn't if I will be so addicted towards porn because I'm getting better dopamine over here for free. Why will I go to my wife or to my girlfriend who's nagging, who is boring, who is like not doing the things I want to do? Like, of course. One more thing. If she's withdrawing the intimacy, well, then you might be having kind of a problem. Well, then you have to like have open communication with her and just confront her about this one. Straight up. This is the exact thing I even did, kind of. Yeah, recently only now. Like, my girlfriend was just withdrawing all the intimacy and sex. I'm like, what is this? Like, just tell me what is this. I confronted her, and it's like she revealed to me that Aryan, you just don't give me time because I'm working on all of this stuff. I'm handling one more business, and I said, oh, okay, so that's the problem. She's like, हम लोग cafe नहीं जाते, we don't go on dates anymore, we don't do anything, and you just expect sex from me like I am a toy or what? I realized that okay, I am the problem over here. I am the problem. Be little bit empathetic. Please be little bit empathetic. That's like the key in relationships. You guys think that you all deserve it? No, it's not. Nope. It's not incompatibility. Again, it's like conditioning. You conditioned yourself this way. Fourth belief. If she knew she'd leave, well, okay, maybe yes, maybe not. Okay, if she comes to know that you are a big porn addict, well, she can leave. Yeah. I mean, in your case, you must be thinking 100% वो छोड़ ही देगी आपको. Okay. I mean, she already knows that something is wrong. One more thing. She knows that it's कुछ तो गलत हो रहा है ये. This is why she's been acting like that way. She's withdrawing all those things. She feels it. Because again, if you are experienced with women, if you are experienced with women kind of in a way, well, then you know that they are instinctually very powerful than us men. And they can sense if something is wrong. So, yeah, she knows it. The question is, can you fix that as early as possible? Or will you allow it to stay permanent? This one's on you. This is all I can say. तो अभी fix क्या करना है? चलो, अभी मैं वो बताता हूँ. First things first, your brain needs a reset period. Okay, a full dopamine detox type of thing. Not no fap motivation वाले वो bro science things. No. Just a pure detox period. Please give your brain enough time to recalibrate. Please, आप आपके brain को ना थोड़ी सी आप आदत डालो to live in without dopamine, without high intense dopamine वाली situations में. Yeah, and try to spread out your consuming of dopamine. Like, for example, read a book. I would like to say, read a book. Reading a book will be like very boring. Again, it is supposed to be a physical book. Because again, you have to spend hours and hours. Then in the end, when the book ends, you kind of get a little bit of dopamine hit when it's about to end, in fact. But here's the thing. Is that better or is releasing 100 to 200% of dopamine in a minute better? You only tell me. Because as I said, the brain really likes a lot of amount of stimulation in a very short period of time and at a very cost effective manner. It should be free as well. Yeah, that's the thing. So which one do you think your brain will kind of crave more? The shorter path. It likes the shorter path, so it is gonna go for the 1 minute easy to release dopamine. Reading a book will feel hard. You will feel hallucinating as well. It's just like, if I took away a drug addict's drug, how annoyed they will feel like. Yeah. The brain protests when you take away their number one source of dopamine. For you, it will be porn. If I took away your phone, your internet and everything, and I locked you up in a room, can you even read a book? Can you even do your work without even touching Instagram scrolling continuously? You kind of have a problem then. So there's that. And during this whole period, your brain will kind of now destabilize. You will have like a gray life. As I said, you will feel hallucinating. It will be tough. It will be tough little bit. But I'm saying, don't just think that, oh, I have to live this way. No. Treat this as if like a short window where you're trying to experiment something with your brain for a week. Let's just give yourself for a week. Okay, you can at least spend a week for your betterment of your future. So for a week, don't give yourself any kind of dopamine. No scrolling, no porn. Promise yourself that I'm gonna watch porn just on the 7th day of this experiment. I get it. Okay, I get it. Yeah, like this is not a permanent solution, but I'm saying just experiment now. Just experiment. Try just don't think that I have to quit porn forever. Don't start from that mindset. I'm saying go step by step. Okay. First 7 days. Give yourself 7 days worth of gray area where you do these things, and then your predictive machinery inside of your brain predicts basically that, oh, I'm gonna get dopamine at this point. I'm gonna get dopamine sharp at 11 p.m. or a.m. It stops predicting because it has got that little break. And when it stops expecting, it starts to respond to the real one, aka the boring dopamine which you have in your life. I mean, isn't that really great? At least isn't that really great? Your brain is finally learning on how to consume that boring dopamine. Boring is the way, guys. Boring is the way. Here's the thing: you have to consume that boring dopamine. It's not really thrilling. It's not really enjoyable. Nope, it's not. It's gonna be a little bit tough, but we have to do it. And one more thing, it starts to recalibrate itself, not because you are forced, but because your hardware, the inside the nerves and everything, it just becomes habitual to it. It becomes adjusted to those little bit changes that you're gonna make. All those withdrawals that you're gonna do. Like imagine you're trying to write an email, and now you just want to check your Insta, but you just throw your phone away. No, I'm not gonna check it. And you do that at least like 30 to 40 times a day whenever you're having distractions, and then you will feel a lot of nauseating. And then after doing this several, at least 100 times throughout the week, you will feel at least better. You will feel better. Yeah. If you still want to watch Instagram, alright, well, here's a simple rule I kind of follow. Okay, even I scroll a lot. My screen time is also around 2 to 3 hours, but I have a very simple rule. I will do all of that scrolling after 6 p.m. after my work is over. Yeah, I will wake up at how much? I will wake up at around 7 or 6. I will go to my gym. I will do my working and everything. And I will withdraw all of that dopamine because I want to save it up. That's my key rule. Yeah, all of the Instagram, YouTube, podcast, everything you want to watch it after 6 p.m. when I'm coming home from work. And I'll be like, alright, now let's just scroll. Literally on the way, I'm walking towards my home, and I'll be scrolling on the road itself. Because, yeah, I have starved myself enough, and now it's time to have some fun. So, yeah, this is how we're gonna do. Third one. Now, your emotional connection will be back after this phase, okay? Because porn had numbed those empathy circuits. It has trained you to enjoy on those women okay, those nude women online. But now your stimulus and everything will be set for normal people, and you will experience a normal reality at that point. After that gray area, on the 6th day, 7 days I told, right? On the 6th day, you will feel little bit normal. Yes, that experiencing that reality is very important for your journey. Is what I have to say over here. You will feel that okay, eye contact means something. You will feel that okay, my wife or my girlfriend has some emotions and I was being the dumbass and the asshole, the भड़वा MC BC whatever you wanna call yourself, के भाई मैं ही उसको ऐसा मैं ट्रीट कर रहा था, भाई गलती मेरी है यहाँ पे. You will realize that, okay? You will realize that. This is the type of exercise I would give anyone. They just try this much, okay? This is not the full thing, but this is like try this much type of thing, okay? Experiment. If you can't even do this much, well, I can't like solve your problems. And now अभी practically आपको करना क्या है in short, okay? पहला तो है फ़ोन क्वारंटाइन, ठीक है? फ़ोन क्वारंटाइन, लाइक आई सेड, 6 बजे के बाद ही जो आपको करना है आप कर सकते हो. नॉट पॉर्न बट स्क्रोलिंग एंड बाकी का सारा आपका एंटरटेनमेंट वगैरह रात के 6 बजे, ओके? एंड देन लाइक यू नो, प्लीज़ प्री प्लान योर नेक्स्ट डे. एक और एक मैं एक चीज़ कहूँगा कि प्री प्लान योर नेक्स्ट डे. रात को सोते वक्त एटलीस्ट आप एक टू डू लिस्ट बना लो. टू डू लिस्ट, नॉट कैलेंडर एंड ऑल दैट, लाइक टू डू लिस्ट. चाहिए तो कहीं पे एक डायरी में ही लिख लो कि भाई ये सारी चीज़ें मुझे कल करनी है, ठीक है? ये सारी चीज़ें ख़त्म करनी है और अपना काम और अपना दिमाग जो है वो काम में थोड़ा आप ध्यान लगा दो. दिस ऑल आई कैन से. एंड व्हेन यू हैव लाइक स्ट्रिक्ट गार्ड रेल्स कि भाई अगर जो मुझे फ़ोन को वापस टच करने का मन हो रहा है इंस्टाग्राम एंड सारी चीज़ें देखने में या सिगरेट पीने के लिए, तो ठीक है, मैं सीधा हटा दूंगा. 6 बजे के बाद जो करना है भाई, 6 बजे के बाद बस. उससे पहले कुछ नहीं बस. एंड here's like, because एक और एक बात, क्रिटिकल इंसाइट यही है कि लाइक योर एनवायरनमेंट बीट्स विल पावर. या योर एनवायरनमेंट प्लेज अ लॉट बिगर रोल दैन यू कैन थिंक. या एनवायरनमेंट में यू नो लाइक मैं ऐसा सेटअप करके रख देता हूँ कि एटलीस्ट भाई मुझे इतना ईजिली डिस्टर्ब ना होना पड़े. या लाइक आई वॉन्ट वर्क ओवर हियर. मैं ये थोड़ा एक वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करके मैं सीधा जा रहा हूँ फॉर माई वर्क प्लेस, एंड देर आई विल बी डूइंग द मेन थिंग्स, ऑल ऑफ दैट. Like if I want to record, I'll record over here at my home. I'll do all the post work at some cafe, because that's where I feel that you know I'm really battling, like how back in the days people used to go for battle. I feel that way. So yeah, okay. So अभी जो बचा भाई मैंने बता दिया. सरफेस लेवल ये सारी चीज़ें हैं. Anyway, okay. like एक एक्सपेरिमेंट 7 दिन के लिए भाई खुद को स्टार्व करो एंड 6 बजे के बाद जो करना करो. प्लीज़ अगर जो आपको मन कर रहा है तो सीधा एटलीस्ट हटा दो. 6 बजे के बाद जो करना है 6 बजे के बाद भाई कर लेना. और 7वें दिन पे चाहिए तो वापस कर लियो. I'm just saying that experience these 6 days of cleanliness. 6 days. आपको थोड़ा अच्छा लगेगा. Alright guys. एंड एक और एक बात, मैं हर सैटरडे के दिन आई एक्चुअली होल्ड सेशंस. बाय द वे, इफ़ यू गाइज आर गोइंग थ्रू दीज प्रॉब्लम्स, एवरी सैटरडे I hold the sessions. Link is actually in the bio or on my